Uno mas.
Hello, stragglers.
What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the NerdVibed podcast. Today we are going to be talking about TerrifiCon, and our experience with going to said convention of TerrifiCon. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I finally managed to go to a convention with Jake for once. And I think it was you who suggested to me first if I wanted to go to this convention with you this past weekend, and I was like, alright, that's fine. And then you said it was like at Mohegan Sun or whatever, and I was like, okay, that's intriguing because I think I remember going to that place like nearly a decade ago. And then I started having like second thoughts of like, well, it's just gonna be like mostly just comic books, right? So I kind of like had second thoughts for like a couple days, and then like it wasn't until like 2 days before where I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll go. And then yeah, so let's just start at the general week prior. What was the lead up, and what was the day of like for the event for you?
For me?
Yeah. Well, I already just said mine, so.
There was a mix of nervousness and excitement. Yeah, pretty much it. Was kind of had a game plan, and stuff, and just trying to. But yeah, I mean, this stuff. This is probably the bigger things I do in my free time. So this wasn't my first rodeo. I've been going to this one probably since maybe I went to the very first one. I'm not too entirely sure. But I've been going to this one since like high school, and we would go like every year. But I think we missed out. The only years we didn't go were
COVID.
Well, no, and then senior year I like after graduation we didn't go because my uncle was getting married. And it was like on the day of his wedding, so we couldn't go. And then obviously COVID, and then in 2021 they did bring it back, but we didn't go because my uncle had his kid, and even though he said he wouldn't have mind going, I still wanted to be like, well, you just had a kid,
yeah,
probably want to have to stay home, take care of the baby and stuff. But so yeah. Then we came back in 2022, and then it was been yearly since.
Yeah. So basically TerrifiCon in Connecticut, Mohegan Sun. We kind of spent like over an hour and a half trying to get there, and the car ride there was kind of nauseating for me personally. Car rides are sometimes like a hit or miss for me, so I was like, alright, it's just sunny as fuck, and sometimes there's just gas from other cars that get in the smell of our car, so yeah, it was fun and all that. But yeah, as soon as we got there, first off, I hadn't eaten at all that day in the morning at all, because I was like kind of busy trying to do like other stuff, and so I was just like, yo, like, sorry, there's a spider web on the mic. Yo, we should like grab a bite. But this was before we even left too. Like I was like, I went over to your house before we left, and I was just like, so you guys want to like grab like breakfast or something, or? And then like your uncle was just like, yeah, I mean, yeah, me and my brother already ate, and I was like, okay. And then you were like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna eat for like all these 24 hours, and I was like, okay, that's okay. So I was just like, all right, I guess I'll just wait until we get there, I guess. So yeah, we got there, and then we made our way into the casino. We passed by Krispy Kremes, and we went up these escalators through the food court, and then we went to buy the tickets. And I don't know what I did. I used my card. I put my card in the chip holder, just as I usually do, but then the card reader started beeping and just did not work for whatever reason. And then the girl that was taking my card had to call help over, and I don't know what happened, but there was kind of beeping, and they're like, you know what, it's fine, it's okay, here's your ticket, just fuck off. So yeah, the entire line had to like move. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if I broke the card reader or what, but yeah, it was a start to the day. And then we made our way into the con area and started to walk around. Walked around for like at least like half an hour, like an hour total, before I was like, alright, fuck it, I'm fucking hungry. So I just went back down and went to Krispy Kreme and had a donut. I had a chocolate donut, and it was good. It was the first time I had Krispy Kreme.
I'm just gonna say Krispy Kreme's better than Dunkin'.
I can't say any input.
It's a little hot take, but
I don't think I can legally say that as a citizen of Massachusetts.
you just gotta open up one here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Krispy Kremes near us.
Nope. No, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, Krispy Kreme is good though.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I kind of sat down for like almost like half an hour, cause like I knew there's going to be eventually stuff for me to find, but like when I first went in there, I was just like kind of like unsure of like, alright, I think I found like one or two things right off the get-go of like, oh, here's video games, and I found like a hockey jersey, and I was like, okay, I will probably come back for that. But I was just like overall like unsure of like, alright, I need to like just look around more, need to be sure. And the other thing I was thinking of like was like, alright, this is all there is. It's just 70% comic books and Funko Pops, probably even more. So I knew the stuff that was there for me specifically was very slim to none. There was a lot of games, obviously. But I just kind of like had to like venture through all the aisles and all the rows and kind of like search for all of them. So I kind of just sat down for like half an hour by myself and like, all right, here we go. So I went back out, just kind of went around, and I realized that, man, like, I don't know if it's like how they set it up in like the actual convention area, but like in my honest take, they really need to do like a better setup for like what things are. I feel like they should have like an aisle, like a specific corner B for like Funko Pops, and then another area, whatever you want to do, just like have it for video games and then all the comic books in one area, just because stuff all like jumbled around. Like there's like cosplay stuff like in the middle alongside comic books, and it's just like, okay. The only thing I was like kind of like properly like set up in a way was like the people you met, and then like stuff like in front of it was like people you got to meet kind of as well. Just I honestly, that entire area like kind of confused me. Like after like all like the comic books, and then before the people you got to meet, there's like all these like tables of like stuff, people just like sitting down. It's just like, alright, this is kind of confusing. I don't know what the fuck they're selling. They're just probably selling like pins or something. So yeah, but just in general, that was kind of my main complaint for the entire thing, of just like, it just seems so disorganized that honestly, if they kind of like structured the layout of the flow better, it would probably be an easier experience, because we both had a troubling time of like trying to find like things that we wanted to look for, which for me specifically was like an aisle where the first one was this couple had like a mystery bag that I saw from earlier when we were together, us two, and I didn't find it until like 2 or 3 hours later, I think, because we were just like, well, first off, I kind of just sat outside a lot of the time, because like I don't get as overwhelmed as Jake does when it comes to like a large group of people, like a crowd of people they have to walk through, but like it was more of like just being annoyed of like the people, I guess. Like I was overwhelmed a little bit, but like it was just like, man, I'm just fucking done like already. Like I had a moment where like I sat outside for like half an hour playing Mario Kart, just like chilling, and then I went back in after like sitting out there for like at least like half an hour, probably 45 minutes to be honest. And then like within 10 minutes of me walking around, I was just like, bro, going outside has never been more better. Like I don't know what it was, but just having to like charter through walking like this fucking like little row, this little aisle for, you know, trying to get through like 20 people who are walking in the opposite direction you are, is the most like annoying thing I think I had to deal with that day. And you know, I don't know, like I said, that's just a part of like the thing where it's just like, I don't think it was like a horrible setup. They did all they could with the people they had like selling stuff. I just think like, I don't know, just the aisles themselves are like just a little like clustered, and it was hard to get through like a lot of shit sometimes. So I just found it to be like kind of really annoying and just like a struggle to get through. And like the people who are also walking alongside you, it's like they also don't know how to like walk in like big groups of people. Like there's like people everywhere, and it's just like there needs to be like a fucking like yellow line on the ground like you see on streets, like you see on roads. Like I'm serious, like there needs to be like a road, like street kind of thing on the ground that they put on, because like the number of times I was walking on the right side and like there's people like walking to my direction in front of me was honestly so annoying. It honestly just needs to like have like a right lane and a left lane. Honestly, like it's just so annoying. So because people just don't understand how to walk in big groups of people when, you know, there's like big groups of people nearby. So honestly, I think if they were to like have like a little like, you know, yellow line, a little divider, you know, that would work out. in my honest opinion. That would definitely help out with the annoyance of it. Because it's obviously, like I said, there's just like kind of like a circle of people sometimes that were just like even standing in like the walkway, and it's just like, bro, can you guys like fucking move? Jesus. So yeah, but alongside with that, it did take me like a couple of hours to kind of find the mystery bag and kind of like the other things I was trying to find, because I did come across like other like gaming tables that was selling stuff, and I went to them. I bought like a ton of games. I bought a hockey jersey in an entirely different place. So yeah. Overall, the stuff that I bought, I have only really played one of the games. So yeah, I guess I will just kind of like go through the games right now. Jake, if you could do the honors, grab me the entire.
The white one too, right?
No, the white one was already here. Yeah, it's a Wii Sports Resort. Alright, so the games that I got.
He also posted this on his channel too.
I posted a video before I go through these games of me doing like an unboxing of like kind of going through them. So it should be in the description possibly. I don't think so actually, because I only put my main channel. But Gigahe 2, which as of right now, as I was recording this, has like a period before the 2, because there's already like a Gigahe 2 channel out there that I used to use, but not really anymore. But Gigahe Extras, go subscribe to that channel. I kind of post there sometimes, and I primarily do when I get retro games like this and other stuff. I kind of post on that channel of me unboxing them. So if that seems intriguing to you, definitely check it out. But regardless, I think I bought like 16 games along with a jersey, and obviously this is a podcast, so I'll just say that it's a Colorado Avalanche jersey from 2001. I think it was draft worn. Someone did tell me that a player actually wore it on draft night and they won the cup the next year. The unfortunate thing is, I kind of forgot the name, and I know as a hockey fan that's like kind of fucking stupid to forget the name, but I generally just forgot the name. I don't know how, but yeah. All I know is that I have the jersey of the player who wore it, and the hat, the championship hat of someone who wore it on the ice, I think. So, yeah. But back to the games, 16 games. I have like a lot of games for each of the big three. So, first, the Switch. Pokemon Violet and new Pokemon Snap. I've never played a Pokemon game before, a good one. Still haven't, but yeah. So I played a little bit of Pokemon Violet on my Gigahe 3 Gigahe gaming channel for like an hour or two. It's pretty good, definitely good from what I've played so far. And just as a little side note, each of these games that I'm going to be talking about, we will eventually get to on the channel. But obviously, there's already so many games that we're doing as of right now that it's just going to obviously be tough. So, yeah, obviously we'll probably spend an entire year trying to get to each of these games. But yeah, so I got some PS2 games in here. I got some Xbox 360, GameCube, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's any OG Xbox. No PS1.
Well, they weren't selling the console.
Yeah. So the shitty thing is, I did try and look for like an Xbox. Nobody had an original Xbox, unfortunately. And I think the table that you were at where I got some of these games, I went to earlier, and I'm pretty sure I asked the lady there earlier before I got some of these, like, hey, do you guys like have an original Xbox? And I don't know if they actually had or not, but I think the lady told me like, oh, we sold it like an hour or two ago.
Oh.
So, yeah, like, yeah, it does suck. So I don't know when we'll be getting an Xbox. When I get an Xbox, that'll probably be another episode of the trademarked Gigahees retro gaming retro collecting.
Are you gonna mod it?
Probably
It's
not.
like it's probably like it's. I heard it's like the easiest one to mod.
I mean, if I have things I'm interested with modding it, sure. But anyways, I don't know if I want to like separate these into whatever. I'll just go through them as is. So first one, Call of Duty, Big Red one. This will be the first Call of Duty game we'll do on the channel, I guess. Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway. The first big one, Mario Kart Double Dash. Finally got that after getting it a while ago, but the disc did not work. So yeah, that's cool.
And then like GameStop, you thought you bought it, but you didn't.
Was it GameStop?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did get it from GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've never really had an issue with GameStop before that, because the games I did get from GameStop through online, the couple of ones I got worked. So I was like, you know what? I'm sure if I get Mario Kart Double Dash from them, it'll work. It did not. I did stream the me putting it in, and in the VOD, which is now privated, you can literally see me put it in to my GameCube, and then the error message pops up, and you just see me sitting there for like 2 minutes before like ending the stream abruptly. I'm like, alright, fuck me. So yeah, I finally, hopefully have I didn't test this yet.
Should be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. But yeah, I finally, hopefully have I finally have a Mario Kart Double Dash copy that works for real now. So yeah, Gears of War 2, which I know Danny wanted to play, but Danny hasn't really made the effort of coming back on the channel at all, really. So it's kind of like, you snooze, you lose, Danny boy, gay boy. I can say that because he's actually gay. So yeah. 000, Agent Under Fire.
007 seems fun.
That's why I said 007.
Oh.
Fucking.
You said 000.
Oh. Fallout 3. Kessen. And a bunch of swiggles under that. Big Mother Truckers, which honestly is peak.
200 sub special.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean that will get us to 200 subs in general. Dai whatever, Modern Military Tactics, just fucking Japanese game probably. Pure, Super Monkey Ball 2, Cheryl the Hedgehog, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, and Dishonored. So yeah, a lot of goodies in this for sure. And at some point we'll definitely get to those games. Like I said, I don't know when, because it's going to be kind of like a task of getting to each of them, let alone completing them. So yeah. But overall, my entire experience of the convention was fun. For like the first 3 hours until I kind of got like sick of everything and then just wanted to go back home. But yeah, we so actually, you know what? I'll save the ending for after you tell your point of view over the entire day.
Yeah. I'll just say, lately mental health has not been the best. So that was huge. That was not, and so that kind of prevented it from being like great. But
yeah.
I didn't throw up though, so that's good.
That's a plus.
Yeah. But yeah, it was honestly, I probably got my best comic haul I've gotten since post COVID. Like I literally got nothing but like peak issues and now Matt now has a glimpse of my favorite hobby now.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care what I don't care if a bunch of e-girls got together and say that's the most unattractive hobby. I will love that hobby till the day I die. It's just so fun for me, and got like probably got my holy grail of comics with Black Cat on it. It's like gone up a lot in price, and I was you know what the thing is, I rarely see it on like so to explain to you guys, like when with these like comic things, they'll be like with a vendor, they're selling comic books, they'll be like they'll put like lesser valued comics in like the boxes that you can look at, and then on like they'll have like a shelf or whatever, like and those will be all the goods are, and that one is usually on that wall, and I've only saw it like twice at the convention, and again, like you said, it's like so hard to find. So I could easily remember one of them that had it, and I was like, alright, I was like, fuck it. They're only selling it for like $100, so I was like, you know, that's kind of good, because I've seen it go for like $120 on eBay and stuff. So I was like, you know what, that's a good deal. So got that. I got the other one too, because there's so it's like, so some people are probably like, why are they so expensive? Well, I guess in the last couple years, quote unquote sexy comics have gone up in price, and for Spider-Man there's these infamous 3 issues. 2 of them have Black Cat on them, and one of them is Mary Jane, and the Mary Jane one is probably one of the most famous pictures of Mary Jane from like in like terms of like modern comics. That's the one where she's like I don't know if you saw the image, but it's like her on like the couch or something, and then like she's got like the Heart Spider-Man shirt, and like you can see Spider-Man in like the background, because it's like that he's like leaving or whatever, and it's like, and she's like not looking, and she's kind of like looking off to the side. It's like a very infamous kind of image in terms of like modern Spider-Man, and then so there's that one, and there's one. The first one with Black Cat is yeah, you kind of gave me a weird look when I got it, but I was like, you know what? But it was just like, you know what? They have both of them, so I'm gonna get both of them. It's it's Spider-Man and Black Cat making out, and Mary Jane catches them, and I'm like, that's kind of funny. Kind of random and quirky, but all right. And then the last one, which was the Grail, which is, I don't know if it's the most expensive one out of the 3, but it might be. And that's the one, the infamous picture with Black Cat wearing a very baggy Spider-Man shirt, and she's got like some jewels, and she's like kind of seductively biting them, and yeah, that was a must.
Yeah,
it was a very important financial decision I had to make. And then I think the first comic I bought was like even though I had it already, but they were selling it, even though I had it already, and I don't really like getting like the same comic like twice unless it's like I find it in like way better condition or like I'm gonna get it graded. And they were selling a team up comic with the Hulk and Spider-Man, and I got that one for like $30, and I was like, that's a really, and I'm like, but this one's really kind of a key issue, so I was like, oh wow, for like $37, and it's like looks really nice. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I might get it graded. I don't know yet. Last time I got something graded or was trying to get something graded, it got like lost. So, but since I only paid $30 for it, and I might feel a bit better on that gamble. And then I got but this was the one I was struggling to find the most. For me, I have been trying to find I just I really wanted to get my fix on, even though older Spider-Man books are really expensive and hard to come by. Someone was selling, I don't know why, but it's just like I really wanted some older comics with Green Goblin on them. I don't know why. It's just like literally the past month I spent like $150 on one, which was at the time my earliest issue. It was like number 27. But then I was there was this one guy who was selling all of them graded, and someone had one that was a few issues before mine that was graded a 5.5, which is not the best, but they were selling for like $250, and it was like actually like the third appearance of Green Goblin like ever. So I was like, I was thinking about it and tempted, and then but I was like, okay, I might go see other guests, but oh my god, I will say one of the guests they handled so poorly that I just gave up entirely.
Yeah.
And it was an entire clusterfuck that like I was just like, it's just not worth it anymore.
So why don't you talk about it?
Okay, I wanted to meet Kevin Eastman, who co-created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I literally bought a hardcover of The Last Ronin, which he helped. Which, if you don't know what Last Ronin is, it's I think it's like this Elseworld Ninja Turtle story where I think like all the turtles besides one and like are gone, so it's like the last Ronin, the last like Ninja Turtle, and it's like kind of, I think it's like kind of a apocalyptic kind of thing. I'm not sure. I haven't read it, but I know they're gonna do a movie about it. Like I think they just, as a recording, I think they just talked maybe a day or two ago that it's still in development and it's gonna be like R-rated and stuff. So it's like, ooh, but yeah, literally bought a book just to get him signed, and so the first time I go there, the line is capped, and they're like, okay, come back at like 4 or something, and this was like maybe like 1 o'clock, so I'm like,
yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck? And they're like, oh yeah, and you also need to buy a ticket, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I've had to go through the shenanigans of having to pre-order a guest a ticket for to see a guest or to get some like an autograph ticket. But first of all, they didn't have it for him for this guy, so I'm like, why are they doing this now, day of? It's like, wouldn't it just be easier to post if you wanted to do autograph tickets, post them online so people can pre-order and not have this clusterfuck? So that was really annoying me, and so I'm like, okay, I'll just come back. And there was another guy I wanted to see too, and then around that time as well. But they said he was doing a panel at 2, and then while I was walking around, I came back at some point, and then his table was emptied, and then I see this guy who looked so happy. He had like a comic book ready for her to sign, and then I hear them talking. I don't know what they were talking. But I saw him like turn away so disappointed, and I'm like, okay, that means he's not coming back. So I was like, all right, that was when I was like, okay, I can get that comic now, because I was gonna, but so I come back at 4, and again the line is capped off again, and I'm like, are you serious? And then I'm like, so then like, okay, and I talked to the guy, and they're like, okay, so they're having a thing over there, and then they're like, yeah, if you have a ticket, you can come back at 5:15, and also we're not selling the tickets anymore. And I'm like, are you serious right now? So that's when I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Even my uncle tried to like sneak in the line, and they kicked him out. I was like, yeah, I tried to tell him, I'm like, yeah, it's just not worth it. Like this, I want to emphasize, I did not expect this from the guy who co-created Ninja Turtles, and I want to emphasize, last year they did the same shit with they had Daredevil last year from like the Netflix series, and who was in like he played Daredevil in Spider-Man No Way Home, and obviously in the new Daredevil series on Disney Plus.
Right.
They had him last year. Not only was that disorganized, but it was actually a lot better, and you can actually buy your tickets.
Right.
So it kind of confused me, like how I was able to go see Daredevil and not the co-creator of Ninja Turtles. Like, I guess Ninja Turtles is, I mean, I understand Ninja Turtles is like peak and shit, but that just kind of confused me.
Yeah.
That like kind of a big celebrity. It was easier to go see a bigger celebrity than the guy who co-created Ninja Turtles, who probably most Ninja Turtles fans probably never heard of.
Yeah.
Because most people, when they think of Ninja Turtles, most Ninja Turtles fans are either think about the 80s cartoon, the 1999 live action movie, or anything like Nickelodeon when they got the license for it. There's some other stuff. I know there's probably some other stuff too, but that's just kind of the consensus with Ninja Turtles. But yeah, it was just yeah, and then I only got to see like one guest I really wanted to see, and my uncle went with me, and there was someone else. One of my celebrity crushes was legit there, and
Yeah, we talked about this in Donkey Kong.
Yeah, but I think just me mentally, I'm like, I don't think I have the mental strength to do that, to go up there. Because I'm like, I'm already full of anxiety and overstimulation well enough. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't be up there.
She can't see me like this.
Yeah, no, not like this. You also had the baddie from the new Superman movie too, and I would have. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just not like this.
Yeah.
But the guy we met, Doug Jones, he is an amazing human being. Probably the nicest celebrity I met, and I've met a lot of nice celebrities, but he was absolutely amazing. So but a lot of people probably are like, who the fuck are you talking about? And for me, he's a big deal because he plays a lot of he's like not a stunt guy, but he is like he does he plays a lot of monsters and shit, and so he does a lot of like makeup, like kind of like makeup. He also does like, you know, like maybe like motion capture, like that kind of shtick. So I saw him because he was the monster in one of my probably my top 10 favorite movies of all time, The Shape of Water. He was like the monster in full like makeup and stuff, and he also did like Hocus Pocus. He was a zombie in Hocus Pocus. So it was like it was really cool, and but I wanted to talk to him. I actually got to have a conversation. I got to talk to him because I actually wanted to. So last year, he played Count Orlok in one of the Nosferatu remakes. Last year was kind of weird that we got 2 Nosferatu remakes in the span of like 2 months. We had the one that he was in October, and then obviously the one that kind of everyone was talking about was the Bill Skarsgård one.
Mm-hmm.
That came out in December. So it was kind of bizarre that we had 2 remakes coming out 2 months apart like that.
It's kind of random and weird that there were 2 of them at the same time.
But the one that he did, what they do for his one is, and they film it on a green screen, and they use backdrops from the actual original. So they were using like backdrops from like the original 1920 Nosferatu, and they did the same with another silent film, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and he was also the monster in that one too. And I talked to him because when I watched his version of Nosferatu, I'm like, man, this guy really knocked it out of the park as Orlok. And I wanted to tell him because when I said like, hey man, like dude, I thought you knocked it out of the park as Orlok and Nosferatu. He got like really happy and was like, oh my gosh, like he like really thanked me, and I was just like, he seemed really appreciative of it, because I just feel like we didn't obviously talk about it, but I just feel like the Skarsgård one probably overshadowed that one so much that probably not a lot of people heard about it. So when I said, dude, I think that was like one of your best performances, he was like, he seemed really touched by it. And obviously he was like, I did the same thing in Caligari. I'm like, yeah, I saw that one too. And we kind of had this like thing. And then I said like, and I said, all right. And I said they need to do, and I've talked to this with like an online friend before, who's like kind of into the same shit I am, and I was like, they gotta do the same thing, because again with the Caligari they do like original backdrops. I'm like, you guys got to do the 1925 Phantom of the Opera. Like this year it's the 100th anniversary. You guys got to do it. And he's like, he told me, he's like, yeah, we're trying to get something worked out with that. And I'm like, I kind of geeked out about that, and I said, I'm like, you gotta come in you gotta do Phantom, like, because I know I'm probably losing everyone talking about this, but Nosferatu, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and Phantom of the Opera 1925 are probably seen as probably the 3 greatest silent horror films of all time, and they've done 2 of them, 2 remakes of 2 of them, so they got to do the 3rd one. And Phantom of the Opera to 1925 is in the public domain, so they can do it. But yeah, just amazing guy. First celebrity who hugged me. So that was cool too. I don't like I've talked about before. Some videos I was like, I try to treat guests like people, and I don't want, so I never ask for like physical touch or anything, because I just think that's kind of weird. So I never really asked, but he kind of like got up and gave me a hug, and I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Can I hold it while you piss, sir?
So yeah, that was really cool. And my uncle obviously went with me because he did the he played Silver Surfer in the not the new one. He played Silver Surfer in the original 2007. I know it probably would be like, well, no shit, the new one, it's a woman. But but yeah, because he did that, he went up, and I told him like, hey man, you should get an autograph. I'm getting an autograph. Go get an autograph. And he's like, I don't know. And I was talking to him like a few weeks before, and he's like, dude, I might bring like my Like, I might bring, like, the first Silver Surfer figure they did that I have, and, like, the first one they made, have him sign. I'm like, that'd be fucking awesome. And he didn't end up doing that, because he was gonna bring a Ninja, like, one of the original Ninja Turtles figures for Kevin, and I'm glad he didn't, because he would have disappointed like I was. But anyway, but once he saw that they took, like, this doesn't really happen a lot with guests, but they did have someone taking card, and he was like, all right, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And then, so I got a picture signed. He got a picture signed. It was quite cool. I was a little disappointed, even though I didn't get to take a picture with him, because it was really weird that they didn't do, like, so if you're not on, like, the scene with, like, meeting these guys, meeting just, like, at these, like, conventions, they do, like, so usually they'll do a price for an autograph, a price for just a picture, or they'll do a combo, so you can get, like, a picture and you get something signed. But they didn't have it with him, and I assumed at first that it was like, okay, if there isn't a combo, that means the picture's free if you get an autograph. But nope. I would just assume I would have had to have paid separately, and if I knew that, I probably wouldn't have. But oh well. Yeah, everyone's rates are different, and so yeah, I only met, like, one person, but I was really happy with that, and then I just, yeah, probably got a good haul, and then so yeah, that was an experience for me. I think I don't know yet, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go next year. I might need a convention break, because I was going to, like, maybe 2 to 3 for, like, the past few years, and I might need a break overall.
Yeah.
So I don't know yet. Obviously, I don't want to think negatively for something like obviously it's not till, like, next year, so I can't, right, like, but as I'm, like, thinking right now, it's like I'm unsure, but I'm leaning towards, like, I'll probably need a convention break for, like, a year or so. Because, like I said, I was going to these, like, 2 to 3 of these, like, for the whole year, and for, like, the past couple years, and just, you can use a break.
Yeah.
And your wallet will probably thank you for that.
Yeah.
Because we both spend a lot of money.
I spent probably, at the very least, over $300, maybe even $400. My parents convinced me to not bring the entirety of the $400 that I withdrew from the ATM.
Of course they did.
So I only bought $300, which was a huge shot in the foot for when I was buying some of the Switch games and some of the GameCube games as well. That I had to use my card, which I really didn't want to do, but
that was so crazy, because it was kind of my fault because that he got Double Dash, because I was looking at one of the areas, and I was like, I saw it, and I was like, oh shit, I have to tell him. I'm like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
I just saw Double Dash. They got Double Dash.
You convinced me to buy it because I know it's gonna come out on Switch at some point.
Maybe.
Oh, it's definitely
most likely,
it's my fucking cart, so you know it's gonna come out at some point. But like, he convinced me, because, like, having the physical actual game would be cool on its own, and that kind of, like, led me be like, okay, let me stop being fucking stupid for a second. Let me think about this. Okay, he's right. So I mean,
because, like, I literally saw them selling, like, Luigi's Mansion for, like, $60. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, someone's gonna buy it, because like, regardless of it being on Switch, it's
I did already have Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube.
Well, obviously, yeah.
We have played it. We're probably gonna go back to it for the October videos.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
So yeah. I did just get Marco.
But no, but what shocked me was just, like,
the number of games I got.
Just so out of nowhere, just like, can I get Pokemon? It was like he ordered a dozen donuts. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do this one. Give me that one. I want Shadow the Hedgehog.
You probably felt like you're watching that one scene from like John Wick where it's like that one, and then I'll take that, and then I'll probably take that Pokemon one too.
Yeah.
Like, because like you saw me like stand for like a minute just evaluating like the entire case.
There was 2 cases, yeah.
Yeah, 2 cases full of games.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at the moment, like the handheld, like the 3DS stuff is still up in the air. Like I have to kind of set up on my new computer, but even then, the capture card I kind of have right now is kind of ass. So, I still have yet to do the 3DS games. But yeah, I just evaluated the GameCube, the stuff we could do on a console, and you know, that was like, I think I got 5 games from that. Because obviously the 10, we got 5 from the PS2 bundle, the mystery bundle, and we got 5 Xbox 360 from the 360 bundle. And I got 1 Xbox 360 game from just a random person that was like, alright, fucking whatever, it's $10, which was Dishonored. So yeah, I think I got like 5 or so from the from this woman in particular. That this was also the same woman that sold the Xbox, by the way. So yeah. Allegedly, I don't even think she knew, to be honest. But I assume like they did have it, but I just kind of
and then while I was waiting for you to come up, this kid bought like this fucking huge NES bundle.
Yeah, no, I think I was there.
Yeah,
for that.
I think he came, and because I think he came back. So we got like the bundle. I think he got the guns too, like the which I guess don't work on flat screens though. So I'm like, oh, good luck with that. Right. He's gonna be so disappointed.
Right. Unless he fucking has a old TV. Yeah. Wow, we said the same thing.
But he came back and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get more. I think one of them was Mario 3 on NES. I'm like,
I'm prepared to be disappointed, kid.
Yeah. He's like, I want to get these games too, and I'm like, all right. I can
for fucking play. Like, man, if I didn't already have it on Switch too, I probably would have gotten old school games as well.
With him being like 10, I'm like,
yeah,
I respect that.
I fucking respect that kid a lot for knowing what he wants, especially in terms of like old school shit. Like, I think that was the first time I ever hold like a fucking NES cartridge. The original Mario Brothers. That was the first time I ever saw one. So the fact that he already like has probably like hundreds, maybe, judging based off that one day where we knew him, like, is like, wow, that's insane. Good play, good shit, kid. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see that like a 10-year-old,
yeah,
buying like a fucking NES game
in a bundle.
Yeah, you don't see that nowadays.
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah. But I guess that was the convention. Overall, I probably had like a 6 out of 10 experience, 6 or 7. I'll go 6.5 experience out of 10. Then we went to do slots afterwards, which the entire time I was kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore. We did the Willy Wonka one, which I saw you do, and then I did it myself. And
he got the bonus and he forgot to cash out. He got a bonus and he just kept playing until he ran out of money. I'm like, you forgot to cash out?
So wait, when you came over, when I got the bonus, did I actually gain money?
Yes. You just kept playing.
How much did I gain?
I don't remember, but
I had like 8,800.
Yeah, that's so that's 88. Oh my god.
$88? Wait, what?
If it was like if it was like 8,000, yeah. If it was like 800, it was like $8.
I think it was 800.
Yeah, cuz I'm like
I don't remember.
But yeah, and then yeah, we both lucked out on slots.
Yeah,
Apparently, my dad freaking went bank though and won $200 or something like that, or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Um,
We went to Frankenstein afterwards.
I love
and I saw
that's
you playing.
that's my favorite one.
And then I kind of just saw you, and I was like, "Did I even play that?" No, I did an NFL one next.
No, yeah,
I
NFL
did
one.
an NFL one, and I kind of just like gave up like a minute or two in because I was like, "All right, I lost money."
Yeah.
So then I think by that point, by Frankenstein, I was just kind of like, I'm not really sure I want to do this.
Yeah.
So I might have only done one of Frankenstein, like one round of Frankenstein, but yeah. It was funny. I was on the phone with Mel when we were outside at some point during the convention hours, and
Oh yeah, you told me. Yeah, she's like, "You guys gonna play blackjack?" I'm like, "We don't fucking play blackjack."
I told her that we were gonna do slots, and I was gonna try slots the first time, and she's like, it's like, it's more like easier to get money from playing blackjack than it is to do slots. And I'm like, you might be right, but I want to do slots once in my life, so
Yeah.
and I regret it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's gambling.
Yeah.
It's,
You have a very lucky day.
Yeah, you gotta have the good luck of the draw. As
Yeah,
they
you
say.
have to have a very lucky day of your life, which it was not the most lucky day of my life at all. In any way. But yeah, so we kind of like just gave up, and after gambling, well, I think before the gambling, it was when you were having the panic stuff, right? Yeah, so we were just kind of like walking around with your uncle for like half an hour before we kind of went outside and we sat at that bench. Like the entire time was just like, because I was still hungry. By that point, I only had like one donut the entirety of the day, so I was just like, man, what are we gonna do for dinner, right? And I was trying to figure it out with your uncle, and then like the entire time, like we were going through that hall, and we stopped in front of the store, and that was when I kind of like was figuring out like, all right, he's definitely just like in a not verbal state at the moment. So that's when I, kind of realized like, I should text him instead of asking him all these fucking questions that are also kind of invading his personal space. So I went on Snapchat and I was like, yo, you good? Like, tell me what the fuck you need, like a blowjob or something. And then like you were just like, outside. And I was like, I just told your uncle, like, yeah, he needs to go outside right now, so we should go outside. And then I had pizza. There's like a little mini pizza place by like the exit that we took, and I went in there. And then I just got like a pizza, and then like the guy who like gave me the pizza was like, all right, the price will be $10 for the pizza and Coke. Have a good night, sir. And I went, well, it was specifically like the pizza part mostly. It was like, enjoy the pizza. And I was like, you too. And I stopped myself. And then I just like sighed and I looked back and I was like, shit. Have a good night to you too. Thank you. And then, I asked you like, yo, so what do you want to do for food? Do you want like food right now? And they're like, no, because I'm gonna fucking have acid shit and also vomit maybe. So
Yeah.
you made me go back in there and get a water for you.
It's been lately. It's just such a lose for me that it's like, this happened yesterday too. That it was like, you get nauseous because you're hungry, but then you eat and then you get nauseous. So it's like you just lose.
Yeah. I had to go back in and get like a water for him, and like I was so hesitant of like going back into that store because of like how like awkward I was. But I went back in, and you gave me $3, which, hey, a water should be $3, not even. But the water was like $5, so I had to use my card, and I just went back out and I gave him the water, and then we went to gambling. So after gambling, was, I think, when we decided to go to Krispy Kreme, and that was like the last thing we did. So we stood in line, and we were just like waiting in line the entire time. And as we got closer to the order, like, this woman came up, and I was like, I just turned to Jay like, hey, you want me to like order for you? So you're like, yeah. So I told you to like text it, but I came up with like a special plan on the spot, like, of like saying like, oh, can I get like another order, please? I just had to wait for someone to like text me, like the person I'm ordering for to text me. So then, yeah, this is where like a big fuck up happened. I ordered for myself for chocolate glazed, and you told me to really get like the rollers. Whatever donuts were on the rollers were fucking peak apparently. So I got
because they're warm.
Regular glazed. Voice crack. I got 2 regular glazed, and that's just 6 donuts in total. The original plan going to the Krispy Kreme was to get
I just
12
wanted
donuts total.
Yeah, I wanted a half dozen, 3 chocolate, 3 glazed on the roller.
Yeah, so let me explain to them what happened. I told the lady my order, and then I was like, okay, so the person wants 3 chocolates and 3 regular glazed from the roller. And so she got like boxes out, and I wanted to just like kind of confirm the order to her, but my fault was I kind of didn't really specify of like that being like a confirmation at all in any way. So what she heard was 4 chocolate glazed, 2 regular glazed from the roller, 3 chocolate glazed, 3 regular glazed, 4 chocolate glazed, 2 regular glazed, and 3 chocolate glazed and 3 regular glazed. So yeah, she got like at least 6 boxes out, and I just kind of stood there in like pure and utter terror and agony of like, oh my god, I only want 2 boxes. What is going on? So then we walked up to the counter, and I was like, hey, just to confirm, like, I want to make sure that there's only like the donuts that I kind of asked for, because I feel like I miscommunicated, and like the woman I was talking to that was taking my order, she seemed very stressed and like very pissed from her job, so I was kind of like trying to go in with a non-confrontational attitude, but she took it as a non-confrontational attitude. So she just kind of like stood there inside and just like looked elsewhere in the room of like, so how many donuts did you order? And I was like, well, I ordered 4 chocolate glazed, and then 2 regular donut chocolate like glazed in general, and then the other person ordered 3 and 3 each. So yeah, so 12 donuts total turned into then 12 donuts each for both of us. And that was after me saying something. So if I had not said anything, we would have gotten a total amount of 36 donuts, which actually, no, we got 30 donuts somehow. She gave us 5 boxes, which I didn't realize. I thought she only was gonna give me like 4 boxes.
They fucked up on mine. They didn't do a full half dozen. There's only 4 in one box.
So yeah, there's only like, I don't even know, 32.
So it was 26.
Yeah, something like that.
And then my uncle bought a box off you.
Yeah. So yeah,
yeah, it was
I don't even know what happened. It was $24 in total. And yeah, so very fun, very fun. This isn't me like trying to like obviously shit on Krispy Kreme or shit on the worker, because obviously like the last thing I want to do in terms of like fast food workers is give them shit. It's a very stressful job, and I didn't want to be like, no, you listen here, you little fucking bitch. like that's not what I want to do at all. So I kind of was just trying to be like as calm as possible. Not that I was like fucking pissed or anything. I was just kind of like in a state of like, oh god, like what the fuck is going on? So I kind of like had to awkwardly tell her like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'll take like 20 for plus donuts. It's fine. So yeah, then we went home. And then on the way home, it felt like a way shorter drive. And then I kind of just remember texting you like, yo, this is entirely up to you, but like, if you want to come over so we can do like the unboxing video for my channel, you can. And then it was like the decision kind of moment. But yeah, we got to our street and we did do that video. So yeah, there's a video from last week where I unboxed all the games and all that, and it was fun. So again, we will do those games eventually, but I don't know when. And obviously, as of us recording this, we're doing October like scary moment videos, so we can't really get back to like non-horror games until after like October ends for our schedule. So yeah, which who knows when that will be, but I guess overall that was the TerrifiCon experience for me personally, and I guess Jake as well. So yeah, any like last remarks?
No.
Okay, well, that's going to do it. If you guys enjoyed, like and sub, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.